Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Tommy will be reading your comments and will be saying them out loud if they are worthy.
Which they won't be.
Because we are currently streaming live from the phone. Actually, I'm going to be doing some stuff, making sure to delete all the links that don't work. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bathrobe Chat with Steve the Missionary. Today, we are featuring Tommy Tighe.
Hello.
Hello. And I hope you are clicking on the right link. And welcome to the three of you who's here already. I want to find out who's here already. Let us type your names.
Tommy.
Tommy.
I'm here.
Jesus is here.
Catholic Ben. What up, Catholic Ben?
Hey, Catholic Ben.
Greetings,
And
Sean.
We were just talking about you, Sean. And Katerina. Oh, you guys are the best. You know that? So, Tommy, where are we right now?
We are in Jamaica Plains, Massachusetts. Hello, Alex. And that is a suburb of Boston. And we're in the mother house of the Daughters of St. Paul. So anybody who is involved in Catholic social media, hello, Sean. All right, Ben's from Slovenia?
Yeah, Ben is from Slovenia. He's
awesome.
been commenting on my stuff recently.
We're at the mother house for the Daughters of St. Paul, the media nuns, the nuns who tweet, the nuns who snap, the nuns who do everything cool, the blue habits. We're here. This is a guest room.
Ta-da! You can let's see. Here's a quick tour. Here's Tommy.
Hi.
Here's the bed. Ta-da! The dresser, the window, the bathroom. That's the tour.
To be honest, I didn't think we would get our own bathrooms. Did you? I thought there'd be a bathroom down the hallway.
Oh, I don't know what I thought.
I'm impressed.
We just kind of showed up and they
Take care of us.
They took really good care of us. They're kind of the best. So Tommy.
Yes.
I keep asking you, like, I don't know.
You
but
know.
What did we do today?
We're here filming the second season of Repent and Submit, the show that we do together on Catholic TV. 13 episodes this time.
Today, yeah.
I was just going to say, Lord help us.
Lord help us. We got through 4 episodes today.
That was a lot. That was
a
too
lot.
much. Too much.
But we're gonna have to put in a couple more days just like that in order to hit our goal of making 13 episodes by the end of this week.
Don't do 14, Steve. We can't
do 14. We cannot handle it. Sorry. 13 episodes by the end of the week, filmed and then edited later. It's going to premiere in the fall, just like our last season.
That's right.
Sometime in the fall, and we are actually the local Emmy nominated Repent and Submit.
The show.
Yeah,
not us.
Not us.
We are not nominated.
The graphics was nominated for best graphics in the New England area.
So shout out to Adam.
Shout out to Adam, our producer and graphic designer, because he's awesome.
Incredible.
He makes the show good, and the graphics have been kind of a favorite part of the fans and us the whole time.
When you're filming the show and you don't have the graphics and the audio to go along with it, it doesn't feel great.
It's very scary.
So when you see the finished product, it's incredible, and you know that Adam runs the show. He deserves the Emmy. You're going down Celtics. You're going down NBC 10 Boston.
NBC 10.
Nothing.
Don't even try NBC 10.
We've got the Saints. St. Therese of Lisieux is praying for this Emmy win, so.
And St. Clair, patron of TV.
Most definitely.
Thank
you, Sean.
Thank you,
for
Sean.
the Emmy win or for the show? That's what I want to know. Sean says can't wait for it. Can they see that? You can see that.
In general, yeah.
Yes, okay.
They can see that.
I don't understand how YouTube works, so Steve's going to be doing a tutorial with me as I sit here.
So, like we've been mentioning before, we are staying in the house of the Daughters of St. Paul, the Filiae San Paolo.
San Paulo, yes.
And the this mother house is one humongous. I just walked like 10 minutes to get to our room.
Every time I walk down the hallway, I think I've gone too far.
Yeah,
I haven't.
I must be lost because it can't still be this far. And then one's huge. 2, it's full of nuns, which is like the 2 best things about a building, I guess, is that
they're big and
they're large and they're full of nuns.
That's 2 good things.
And let's give some praise to the Daughters of St. Paul for a while.
Yes.
They're the nicest people in the world.
Definitely. They're praying for you. Just by you watching this YouTube video, they're praying for you.
They pray for all consumers and creators of media.
It's incredible.
So that's you, especially you watching right now, because they prayed for us this morning at Mass.
They did. Out loud.
Out loud.
Thank you for being excited, Gina. We're excited too.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, I just called your mom Gina.
Yeah, you
I'm so
did.
sorry. That's not how I was raised. Mrs. Lewis, I apologize.
And they're kind of the best. When we came here, Sister Marlene gave us a big hug and said, "Welcome home."
Yeah.
And that just makes me feel warm inside.
It is a warm, fuzzy place to be.
And then they're extremely dedicated to their mission, which is to proclaim the gospel through media of any kind. So there are sisters in charge of doing radio shows. There are sisters in charge of there are sisters here who paint, and there's a lot of sisters who are in charge of editing books.
Oh yeah.
Which is really funny. You ask them, so it's fun because you get to ask them, like, what projects are you working on? Oh, I'm editing this book. Oh, an author, I'm calling an author today.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on illustrations for a kid's book today. So their lives are super interesting.
This is like a legit publishing house here where they're working. And the crazy thing is, like, where I work, I want to leave early so I can go home.
Yeah.
But they work at their home. So they can burn the midnight oil because they're home already. They're dedicated.
They're also at church.
They are also at church. It's like slam dunk. Where else would you want to live but right here?
Right here. And there's a humongous statue of St. Paul outside.
With a sword.
With a sword.
Which he didn't use.
No, it was used on him.
Yeah. Still cool.
Yes.
When you say humongous, what would you say it's about 20 feet tall? Maybe bigger? It's up high, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And it fills me with pride every time I see it. I'm like, yeah.
You want to evangelize.
You do want to evangelize. And they cook really good breakfast.
He's not joking.
We had fried eggs with Parmesan cheese and dill on top this morning.
I announced how much I liked it. Steve went and grabbed the last one, even though I vocally let the entire table know I was interested in another. So I had more cottage cheese. Thank you, Steve.
So then today we are officially drivers in Boston. We figured out how to do it. The key is to always have someone in the passenger seat looking at their phone.
That's for sure.
Because it is impossible to do this by memory. I don't even think Bostonians do it by memory.
Streets don't go straight.
No.
Which is not like how it is in California.
Saying stay on this street
is difficult.
It can mean anything.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. So there's
stay on the street, by which I mean get in that lane and slowly kind of curve to the right.
Yeah. Or sharply kind of turn to the right. Get on this roundabout and turn on Newton, but the second Newton. That was fun.
That did happen. We didn't get in an accident. We only slightly got lost.
And that was my fault.
We're doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're doing good.
We're doing good. And we're filming. Today we had 4 episodes. 1 episode called for our favorite converts. Asked us what our favorite converts were. I said Edith Stein, Gabrielle Marcel, and Graham Greene. Who'd you say, Tommy?
I said Dorothy, Thomas Merton, and Moses the Black.
You made it sound like Dorothy Day and Thomas Merton were married.
Dorothy and Thomas
Dorothy
Merton.
and Thomas.
Dorothy and Tommy. You know, there was an American Magazine article recently where they had like an interaction with Dorothy Day. They were telling about it.
Okay.
And the guy in the story called her Dottie.
Oh.
Which I found like very offensive. I was like, don't you dare call her Dottie. But maybe she did. I don't know.
That's kind of cute.
It's all right. Anyway,
she had friends, and she went by Dot, like the Animaniacs.
I didn't know 2 of the 3 people that Steve referenced, which made him the very cool guy on the set.
I felt very pretentious and full of myself, which is the point of being in Catholic media.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
I agree.
Yeah.
And so you stayed on brand.
And meeting nuns. Those are the real 2.
That's the only good
thing.
The
true reason to be in Catholic media is to be pretentious and to hang out with nuns.
And Steve accomplished both of those on day 1. Very proud.
I can go home now.
He's already ready for bed. He's in his robe.
And, yes.
At least it's closer to robe time here than at home when you do it.
Back on the West Coast, I filmed Bathrobe Chat at 3 p.m. And
that's not really the robing
that's
hour.
Not the robing hour. I feel very strange. So, yeah, as the sun's going down, feels a lot better.
I believe it.
And then we talked about women on the TV show. There was a question, which we got kind of last year, too.
A lot of people
What is the place of women in the church? And what and how should it change? And how can it change? How can one accomplish that?
A great topic for 2 middle-aged men
Yeah.
to discuss and
Two
fumble over
30-something straight dudes talking about how the church needs to change.
Which it does.
Which, yeah, there's plenty the church needs to change.
Yeah.
But, Tommy, you want to talk about what we were...
Sure.
Yeah, what was our conversation afterward?
Well, the two things that we talked about that we kind of are over people saying, even though maybe I've said this myself at times, is one, people will say, if a woman says, I wish there were more roles for women in the church, a reflexive answer is, well, there's lots of women who run lots of things in the church. Like the liturgist is a woman at my parish, so women have a full voice in the church. Spoiler alert, good call, Mom. The other thing is people appealing to the Blessed Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Who is the greatest creature ever created? Mm-hmm. The most important human being, fully human being, only human being. How do you even say that without sounding like a total heretic? I don't know. You get what I'm saying. And people use that as like well, see, look how important women are. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of a cop-out.
It totally is.
Yeah. So it's hard, but it's hard because it's also like I want a goal to be accomplished, like women to have a voice in the church and a role to lead our church forward. And I have very few ideas about the best practical ways to accomplish that.
Yeah. And, we said a fair shake on the show, but I was thinking a lot about how when we get asked that question, and I get asked that question a lot, especially when I field for questions, like if I'm looking for an AMA or if we ask for ideas for Repent and Submit, talk about women in the church, and there's nothing new to say in a lot of ways. There are plenty of new things to do, but everything that is to be said has been said. And at this point, there's like two things to do. It sounds like you're asking me. One is, it feels like you're asking me to be all about women priests, and I'm just not going to do that. And then the other thing is, like, if Jim from the parish council doesn't trust women, and Father only trusts Jim when he makes decisions, then we need to go and talk. We need to go and address Jim and Father, and that's more about the residual sexisms in society and less the teachings of the church.
Alex is right. Alex just said, start with prayer, which I think we said on the show.
Did we?
But then kind of laughed because that's also...
It's the answer to everything. It's a given.
Yeah, it's a little
You have to say it, though.
Yeah, you do. Because it's true.
Yeah.
You got to start with prayer. Sorry, I'm supposed to be reading the comments. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, if they're important, please interrupt.
Is there YouTube etiquette, people? Tell me. I don't know.
So you're either asking me to say something that I won't say, or to fix a problem that I'm completely unable to fix or even address because I don't know what's going on. And now it's a problem of the structural sexisms of a culture, and not the teaching, or not the, for the most part, not the actions of the church, or at least the codified actions of the church.
Agreed. If the people have the view that priests are like some sort of manager in a company, then we're really doing the priesthood wrong, right? Like if there's the view that like men have, I'm frustrated that men have the most authority in the church because I see like the priests and the bishops as like, I was gonna say as like a hierarchical structure, but they are. It's so frustrating to talk about this, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't really want to become a priest. It should look like something you don't want to do, and you only do it because you're called by Christ. Like I shouldn't look at the priest and be like, look at him. He's got everyone shaking his hand after mass. He's driving a mighty nice Toyota Corolla. Boy, I could really get into that life. It should seem bad because he's getting his hands dirty or something. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making my point well. Same thing happened on the show.
Yeah, it was hard to make our point on the show. Oh my gosh, I had a point. The point is, it's very hard to talk about, and when people ask very blithely or with very short, curt questions, and I would like to know more about what's behind the question. If you're gonna ask me again the question of women in the church, I'm gonna need more background into what specifically you want to talk about.
Like that's great question. What do you mean exactly?
Yeah, because otherwise I've hit a brick wall.
But at least we could say every group of people advising the Pope on anything, every, I don't even know what you call them because I'm that bad of a Catholic, but like the, congregations of the church, they should have female input on them. Like
input and leadership,
Yeah, like I don't understand how you can form a document to give to the whole universal church without some input from women. That makes no sense.
Makes complete sense.
That makes no sense.
What you are saying makes complete sense.
Yeah.
So that's what happened today.
Indeed.
I'm trying to give you highlights of Boston so far.
We haven't really done it yet.
I
mean, last time within an hour of landing, we were eating the Patriot Burger, right?
Which has another onion ring on it now.
An onion ring for each Super Bowl victory. How can you not hate Boston sports? I just don't know.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. Is I deeply hate Boston sports.
We're raised on it out west.
Yeah, and I'm here now and have to really shut my mouth.
Right? Because when you see someone wearing a Red Sox hat back home, you're kind of like, oh, this guy. But here you go. And everyone else in the bar would be like, yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
But not here.
We did find some surprisingly decent Mexican food.
We did.
So
yeah, you had a torta.
Yeah.
Which you can't get a torta at a crappy
It serves
Mexican
a
place.
torta. Like, that's how you know it's legit. And what's it called? Chilacates
You got it.
in Jamaica
JP.
Plains.
We call it JP because we're like...
Locals call it JP.
We've been here for 22
also,
hours.
locals call them rotaries and not roundabouts.
What, is that because of the rotary phone, you think?
Rotary means going around. Things that go around.
Things you learn every
Like
day.
a rotary phone.
Okay. Right, that makes sense. That they didn't name it based on the phone.
Yeah.
If only I knew Latin, I might know.
Like,
rotare.
It rotates.
Wait a minute. Rotare? No, that's not it, right? Rorate. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
And,
Thought I made a big profound.
also, Tommy is making a lot of connections because his third book is coming out of this publishing house.
It's come out. What's up, Shaggy? We answered a question of yours on the show today. And if I had a better memory, I would tell you what that question was.
And it took me 2 takes to say your name right because it's a little bit of a tongue twister. So thanks a lot, Shaggy.
Lots of takes.
It
takes a lot of takes.
What?
Yes, it's true. It's true. We answered a question of yours in the My Menchies. Yeah. Please stay alive until October so that you can see it.
Yeah,
that would be cool. Because you could die at any moment.
Remember your death is one thing we've learned today. Yeah, the other thing is Sister Teresa Alatea lives in this house. Alethea, shoot.
Alatea, the website.
Ah.
Yeah. I promise not.
Sister Teresa Alethea lives in this house. She, if you know Catholic Twitter, she's the one that started the Memento Mori devotion, again, by putting a skull on her desk. And and then after a while that kind of caught on, so she wrote a devotional and a journal about Memento Mori.
I used it.
And so now in this house they have like books they're proud of recently publishing. Yeah. So you're constantly confronted by a journal with skulls on it that says "Remember your death." And
she's done good work.
She has done good work.
I mean, this is the thing, and I'm not trying to say that she's going to go to heaven definitely, but probably most nuns are. Come on. This is the kind of thing though that you learn about a saint. That's like, oh, they popularized Memento Mori during a time when it wasn't popular in like the 21st century. Like that's something you would hear about a saint and be like, wow, that's so cool. Awesome. And she's doing it alive right now. It's cool.
It is true though.
Yeah.
Like in terms of percentage wise, the number of nuns versus any other way of life that get into heaven.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be like half
way higher.
Heaven or nuns.
Just by being born a man, my chances of getting into heaven
I agree with you.
are so much lower because I can never possibly be a nun.
Heaven full of women and Jesus and the 12
and
male
a couple
saints
lucky
exist.
dudes.
And then purgatory is all men.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, we got, okay. The side of my car says Memento Mori, and I get asked about it a lot. That's fantastic. Did you spray paint your car, or you put a sticker on it?
Yeah, I want to know. Is this a magnet, a sticker, a stencil?
Can you sing?
What do you want me to sing?
It's good because it came from someone whose last name
Abhishek
is Singh. I like it. Steve can sing.
A little bit. I've been talking all day, so
Yeah. I sang the prayer of St. Patrick in the show today.
You did?
But I want to leave that for the...
I actually don't know
that's
the
a carrot.
So I was like
really?
Listening,
When they had the World Meeting of Families in Ireland, I watched it live on Catholic TV, and a lady got up and sang that, and I almost started crying.
That's adorable.
Eminem. That's all, Steve.
Oh, that's not singing. That's
you
rapping.
You only get one shot.
No.
That was an Eminem joke.
Hollow with me if you've been down the same road. That's like actually singing from Eminem.
I've never watched these buttons, but do you like hit a button and then your chair spins around and you tell Steve to stop?
Yeah.
The graphics are vinyl that looks like graffiti. That is really cool.
That's legit, Shaggy. Tell me where you can buy that because that's super cool.
Is that why you were talking about me? Did we talk about you on the show today? We do.
Sean, we were talking about you because you stay up to watch my live videos, and you also stay up until 1 a.m.
3:57, sing in the house. Dominating. How do you people do this?
My live videos are more popular outside of the country than inside of the country.
That's fantastic.
And at this point, I'm happy about that.
Who needs America? I mean, come on. Really? Right?
Saint versus Saints today were Saint Christina the Astonishing versus Saint Joseph of Cupertino because both of them could fly.
Saint Patrick and Saint Valentine because they have secular American holidays.
And Saint John the 23rd and Saint Paul the 6th because...
Rad trads love them.
Because they were the two popes during Vatican II.
And don't forget Blessed Solanus Casey and Blessed Stanley Rother, the two guys duking it out to become the first American-born male saint.
Yeah.
Because Fulton Sheen, let's be honest, he's not getting there anytime soon.
He might, though.
I don't know.
So those were our Saint versus Saints today. They're going to be tons of fun.
The Stanley Rother mask that Steve wears is terrifying.
That might be the scariest thing that's ever happened on our show.
It's terrifying. It looks like an incorrupt saint.
It
looks like you are literally an incorrupt saint. It's terrible.
That'd be so weird if I was incorrupt. I'm not good looking.
If you're incorrupt, like if you die before me and you end up being incorrupt, I will go on record saying incorrupt saints are not real.
Wow.
No, I won't.
That's so cold.
I won't. That's not true. But I would be more skeptical of it.
If you die first.
I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. I don't have HBO. I don't have cable. I have no way to watch it, nor really any interest. Steve, you've seen an episode?
I've seen a few episodes of Game of Thrones. Overrated.
Alex says nope.
Alex says nope.
Always a good answer, Alex.
Overrated. There's always the chance you'll end up watching a very pornified scene. Not guaranteed. Yeah, not worth it. But it is fun watching everyone react to a bad episode. Like the most recent one was apparently bad, and the whole internet is like, "I've been let down after 7 years of caring about this."
There's a Simpsons episode where they go to complain about Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie. They add Poochie to Itchy and Scratchy, and they go and complain. He's like, as a viewer, I feel they owe me. And they're like, what do they owe you? They've been giving you entertainment for years for free. And I think about that when people get upset about episodes. It is good, though, to not have any emotional investment and to watch people go nuts.
I got a lot of, and just full agreement from Alex.
I think that was about my Poochie reference.
Alex agrees with all things Simpsons. That's what we learned.
Nice.
But I do have, I have a lot of, it's funny, I have some, my Catholic friends from college are very into Game of Thrones.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, yeah, and it's hilarious.
These are Stoobies?
Oh, no, these are LMU people.
Oh, well, sure, okay, LMU. Anything goes at LMU.
And so they are the ones that I hear about Game of Thrones from.
Nice.
And then invite me to parties.
Endgame. Also, I have not seen one movie of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't go to movies. I have 4 children at home. The next movie I'm going to see is Detective Pikachu, which will be probably better than Avengers Endgame.
Honestly, probably.
Yeah, right?
Shorter, at least.
Except for Pikachu talks, which is like against the canon of Pokemon, but whatever.
It's because he's magic.
It's because Ryan Reynolds. They're like, we can get some people to come. Yeah.
I didn't see Endgame.
You've seen other ones?
The last Marvel movie I saw was Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
And then it had been a year at least before I saw the one before.
Any Indian movies?
The last Indian movie I saw was called 3 Idiots.
I like it.
No, it was like the highest grossing Bollywood movie of all time or something like that.
And?
It's like 3.5 hours long and has about 10 musical numbers and gets really emotional when you didn't think it would.
This sounds like it's up your alley.
Yeah, and it was so good, and I still have like the main song stuck in my head.
You wanna give it a little?
Because there's a whistling part to it. Because it's a bunch of music, and then just the chorus goes, "All is well."
Nice.
And that's
with my soul.
Yeah, exactly.
All is well.
So that's the last indie movie I saw. Let's see. Oh shit.
Awesome. It's about the struggle of the student.
Yep.
A very worthy struggle, indeed.
And yeah, because they overstress their students in India.
I imagine.
Or at least according to the movie.
Yeah, well, I buy it. Shaggy, you guys ever decide to do something on saints and superheroes? Give me a call because I've been rocking that for almost 40 years. There's a comic book to be made there. The Communion of Saints, but they all have their saintly things become superhero powers. And they travel through time to stop Martin Luther.
I would love it if it was just about Joseph of Cupertino.
He could be it, yeah.
Because he flies.
Yeah.
And he's unintelligent.
Right.
Which makes it more fun to kind of read about.
Yeah.
And also, he's a Franciscan, so there's a lot of holy fool wisdom in there. And also, one of my favorite things about reading about that saint while I was prepping for the show was there are people that try to debunk all the miracles the saints have done. And the people who tried to debunk Joseph of Cupertino literally said that he wasn't flying, he was simply leaping around. And
had really good leaping
abilities. I'm like, you cannot be serious. So
they ran out of ideas. I started a comic like that called L777 and later folded it. Dude, this guy is rocking it out. We gotta see
Shaggy's good.
Stuff. I like it. Good.
Good friend of mine has met him.
Going back, I have never seen Dragon Ball Z.
I've seen one episode of the cartoon.
Good.
It was fun. I was babysitting somebody.
Excluding St. Patrick, Sean, come on.
Guess, Sean.
Oliver Plunkett. His head is literally chopped off in a cathedral. I mean, Catholicism is just the best ever. Matt Talbot. St. Bridget. St. Dymphna. If it wasn't for the Italian saints, I would say all saints are Irish, basically. But what's weird is when you actually are I'm going to learn about this saint, Italian.
Yeah.
All of them.
At the time.
Yeah. I tweeted about that once and said St. Joseph, Italian, and people went to great lengths to explain to me that wasn't true, as if I didn't know that. You have to appreciate people on Twitter.
I didn't know St. Dymphna was Irish.
You've seen the head?
Have you?
I haven't. I've seen it in a picture. Sean has gone and beheld it for himself.
Did you beheld it?
No. It's in a case.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't touch it.
I didn't know. I know St. Bridget was Irish, and she's awesome.
She's amazing. She once gave away all the butter in her family's storehouse to the poor. Said a prayer. Boom. Filled it back up.
More butter.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's incredible.
But St. Dymphna, the patron saint of mental illness and mental health workers.
Yeah, she was killed by her father, who wanted to do bad things with her.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know she was Irish.
Yes. Really?
Yeah, I did not.
If you look at her holy card, she's literally holding a shamrock.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. She's good. And she's the next Holy Teas t-shirt, which I've already ordered and I can't wait.
If you go to Etsy.com and check out Teas to the Kingdom.
Right.
You can get one.
Okay, Professor. God loves all his earthly creatures, yet no one can deny that Michelle Obama... Wow, really? That happens on YouTube sometimes?
All the time.
Bummer.
Some
professor.
Good job, Sean, for ordering the t-shirt. Last call for questions because we're going to be late for dinner.
Oh my gosh, we are late for dinner.
Yeah. So any last call? We are going to be praying for you this week. We're going to be working real hard to make...
Me too, Ash.
We're going to be working real hard to make you a good TV show. And please pray for us. And I...
pray for my wife. I mean, she's with all those kids.
This week is going to be a good set of videos from Steve the Missionary. It's going to be a How's Your Prayer Life? Hopefully I can wrangle one of the nuns to do a How's Your Prayer Life video with me.
It's a great idea.
And it's going to be a video about St. Joseph the Worker, whose feast day is this week, and communism.
Very good topic.
Not
Communism, not very good, but it's a good topic.
He's a communist. We all know that, right? No. And thank you so much, Abhishek. We will see you guys later. The pod has ended.
Oh, Alex, you blew it.